What's going on, guys? Right here is my 2022 FX350, and I want to give an update on the Supermoto wheels and tires that I put on this. So these here are the KKE Supermoto wheels and tires that I purchased for this bike. Now this came as a complete kit, meaning that these tires were already mounted on these wheels, and it also came with the sprocket and rotors, both front and rear. So I finally got some miles on these, and I haven't had any issues with the wheels and tires so far. Now, with that being said, I did run into some issues with the front brake rotor. As you can see here, this is actually the OEM brake rotor that came on my dirt wheels. It does mount up, but it is smaller than the one KKE provided. Let's talk about this front rotor. So this rotor here is a 320 millimeter front rotor, which is quite a bit bigger than the stock. I believe is either 260 or 280 millimeters. And what this bigger rotor does is it helps give a more responsive feel to these front brakes. So with that smaller rotor, it does feel slow to engage, a little bit more dull, where this thing grabs, and it grabs hard. So the problem I'm having with it is whenever I am coming down to a stop and applying those front brakes, you can almost feel like there's something bent, or this rotor was mismade, like where it's thicker in some areas, because it's giving a pulsating effect. So it's not coming to a slow, smooth stop. And you know, that's not right. This is brand new, I expect it to be good. And I've actually noticed there is a couple what looks to be like hot spots on this rotor. And I'm assuming that's, you know, where I'm having this problem. And oh yeah, I have this here too, I forgot to show you. But this is the caliper adapter, which moves that front caliper back to fit this bigger rotor. But anyways, back to this. So I've been in contact with KKE, and to be honest with you, they have been putting me through the ringer about this front rotor. I've had to send them multiple pictures, videos. I've had to take this rotor off, put the OEM one back on, then re-swap them, all while sending more pictures and videos. And even today, they sent me a message saying that they want me to videotape myself taking measurements of this front rotor for them. And to be honest with you, I think this is kind of crazy. This is a lot of stuff that not the average person would be able to do. Luckily, I have these tools. I have the ability to be swapping, you know, these rotors back and forth, but at the end of the day, it still takes a lot of time, and it's kind of ridiculous for a company this big to be, you know, doing that to a customer for, I think these sell for like $100 on their website, and I just dumped almost $1,300 into this whole wheel and tire set. I think the least they can do is just send me a new rotor. I can send this one back, and then they can go ahead and take all the measurements and tests that they want to do on their own time. But with that being said, and despite this front rotor giving me some issues, I think this wheel and tire set at the end of the day is a good deal. So it's around $1,300. It came with the tires, it came with the wheels, and it did come with the sprocket and rotors. The rear rotor, I haven't had any issues. Haven't had any issues with the sprocket. All the spokes are staying tight. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good deal, but I am curious to see how KKE handles this front rotor incident. Hopefully they do right and make good and either send me a front rotor or give me a refund, something like that. But until then, I don't know, I have to wait and see. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, as I will be posting more updates on the durability of these wheels, and I will be posting an update on the outcome of that rotor. Hopefully KKE does right, but until then, I'll see you next time.